I'm Darren, I'm from Movie Reviews 101, and today we're going to talk about the first Purge. And I do say I love these posters, so I'm going to just put an array on the side, or this side, whichever I feel like. They're going to pop up throughout this video. This is directed by Gerald McMurray and starring Yalin Noel, Lex Scott Davies and Marissa Tomei. The story here follows the events of the very first Purge, which was an experiment to see whether 12 hours of no crime, especially murder, apparently is the most important crime, is set on Staten Island to see if it will help calm the population. On this island we followed Dimitri, who's a drug lord, and Naya, who is pretty much campaigning against any of this happening. So without further ado, we're going to go to Darren's Ups. And the first thing we have to give a big up to is Dimitri. The character of Dimitri, the drug lord, is kind of our replacement for the Frank Grillo character, a bit of a badass. But the thing that's really important about this character is that we see him very respectful around the neighbourhood. If you don't want to be involved in drugs, we don't see him push anyone. There are people that understand why he's doing it, who are not involved in drugs, and actually try and help kids who may get swayed by him, and he doesn't dislike them, which I think is quite good. And he also adds something to, when we come to the combat scenes, he's brutal. It's pretty much Blade when he gets going. He's slicing and dicing and shooting and blowing shit up. He's fantastic. It was one of my favourite characters in the whole Purge franchise. The next thing is there was a really good discussion between Dimitri and Naya. Now the big question asked by Naya, who is against the Purge, is what makes tonight different for you, Dimitri? He doesn't want anything to do with the Purge, but he purges anyone who crosses him any day of the week. So why is this not going to make any difference? And it was really interesting and a good question to ask. While we don't get the true answers to it, let's be honest, it's not a film that's going to have deep meaning. I think that was a really clever moment to ask, especially when it's the very first Purge. And it happens quite early, and the two they were once a couple, so they are on different sides, but they both care for each other's well-being. And the third thing I have to say, I do like the action in these movies. I don't care, these are action movies now, they're not horror movies. Get over yourselves, this is just a pure action movie with a few psychopaths. It's like playing the boss levels on Left 4 Dead, or Dead Island, Dead Rising, whatever you want to call them. We have everything is just shooting shit up, and then you have a complete psychopath. In this one we have a guy called Skeletor, who is batshit out of it, not gonna lie. And the fact that it's all set on one island gives a very contained feeling, like all the other Purges. Like, I know we had one in a house, which in all honesty feels really out of place now, but the others have been citywide and worldwide Purges, or American-wide, maybe just America. No one else is that stupid to do a Purge, let's be honest. But with the ups, I've got to give the downs. So my 3 downs are Isaiah. God, this kid was annoying. The main reason I hate him is I couldn't quite figure out how old he was. Like, he said he was to be at school, but he looks way too old to be at school. He wants to try and be in the gangs. He's trying to make money. Yeah, okay, I understand the neighbourhood. But in the end, he's just really stupid. He makes a lot of stupid decisions, and I just didn't like it, anything he did. He is the younger brother of Naya, and Naya's doing everything to give him an honest life, and he's acting this way, and it's like, you ungrateful little sod. I just hated him. I know he does come back to the good side, but they also missed a very key point of this movie with him. I'm not going to say because it's a spoiler, but they blew something quite badly where they should have kept with his character. I would like to say my second thing is going to be the Arlo, who's the chief of staff, and Dr. Updale, which is Marissa Tomei's character. Everything going on with them is like overseeing the thing, and she's doing it for science, he's doing it for money or politics, and we know where the Purge franchise has gone, so we know who's going to be the bad guy here. And everything about them just felt really rushed and empty, and it just took away from the main action. And what happens to Dr. Updale is, you blink, you'll miss it. I'm disappointed big time, especially with that calibre of actress in that role. And my third complaint would be the preparation of the psychos. Now, what makes The Purge 2 and 3 a lot more entertaining is the fact that we have some over-the-top, crazy-ass psychopaths, which I was like, okay, I can understand this, it's been going on a while, you've learned that you're a bit nuts, and this is fun. But for some reason we have the ready-made psychopaths for this. It's like honestly, I don't know how Skeletor wasn't in jail beforehand. Well, certain other ones, just it felt too prepared. I could understand like looting and everything, yeah, that works, I understand it. But just the psychopaths, a bit lost in translation, I feel, here. We only had them because the franchise likes them. But overall, I do feel this is a good addition to the franchise. It, again, makes the very first Purge movie a bit obsolete now because it was so contained in a house, and it was a very horror-elemented movie. Now we've turned full action. There's 3 really fun, big action movies which have their social message slapped across your face as hard as possible. But still, we don't care. We watch them for silliness and over-the-topness and some good characters. Dimitri's the best in this franchise. I want to see him team up with Frank Grillo in the next one. Make it happen, please. Probably not, let's be honest. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this movie. And until next time, I'm going to go and do what I do best. Watch